here talking to Tony Laporta. Tony just finished doing the MC work on 3 Shelbys and a Corvette racer over at the Shelby School. And now we're talking about Lone Star Grand Prix a little bit. Typically, when you ask Tony what he likes about Lone Star Grand Prix, he says the people. So, Tony, tell me about the people that work Lone Star Grand Prix and why that makes it special.
Well, you're definitely right. The team with the LSGP, not just the Lone Star Grand Prix, but all the LSGP events I've been a part of, the team is great. Obviously, Rob Miller putting on a great event, and the team he's assembled, guys like Donnie Cluck coming from the creative side, and then you have someone running the race like Rick Folks, someone who I'm really lucky to work with, Maddie Yeager, coming over from a lot of events with her, and then you got guys like Matt Ackley, and just everybody involved in that event. John Schaffner from the creative angle. I mean, I can't name everybody, but it's honestly one of the best groups I work with all year, and I enjoy the heck out of it.
What is it about Lockhart, Texas that makes the event unique?
Man, you just talk about a cool little town. I love coming to Texas to work. When we're in Dallas, when we're in Denton, wherever we're at, it's always fun. But boy, Lockhart has to be, I'm from a small town. I don't like big cities. I don't like, the rush hour, the traffic, all that stuff. And man, Lockhart's the epitome of just a small town that's crazy about racing. They got good barbecue, which gets me every time. But it's just a cool town. It's historic. It's got enough going on to keep you entertained. And it's really the perfect backdrop and host to the race that Lone Star Grand Prix is. So
what are you expecting to be different about Lone Star Grand Prix 2015 as opposed to the 2 other Lone Star Grand Prix we've had at Lockhart?
A lot. Obviously there's the obvious things like the reversal of the track layout, and that's going to change the track completely. I haven't raced in a couple years myself, but there's just when a purpose-built track gets flipped around, it completely changes the characteristics of the track. My favorite track, one I've driven a lot on, Grand Junction Motor Speedway. When you flip that thing around from its normal direction, running clockwise, it completely changes the layout. So that'll happen in Lockhart next year when we flip the layout. But how it'll be different is, it'll be different with the addition of some new people that I'm really excited to talk about later. But it's going to be a lot of the same. It's going to be a great race, a great weekend with great people. So it's going to be fun and new in ways, but it's going to be the same old race that people have come to enjoy and expect, honestly, I think.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because someone new will be joining you on the mic at Lone Star Grand Prix. Would you like to introduce this new person that's going to be doing broadcast and kart racing now?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was obviously okay by the higher ups. I wanted to make sure corporate was okay with talking about this. But I'm excited and honored to get to announce that joining me on the mic at the Lone Star Grand Prix this year is going to be a really great guy by the name of Artie Carpenter. And for those of you that don't know, Artie is a young racer out of the, what would that be, the Northwest. I'm not great with directions. He's out of Oregon, good friend of the Eggers family, and there's not better people in the sport than the Eggers. And Artie is a real good friend of theirs, a close family friend. I met Artie, at Super Nationals last year. Just a straight up good kid, and boy, he's funny as heck. And I'm so honored to get to work with him. I've worked with great people on the mic at the last couple of events. And to work with Artie this year, I got to kind of recommend him, and he's going to provide the color on this year's broadcast or next year's broadcast. He's an accomplished driver, a real good racer, and he's a kid that can put together some funny stuff while also informing you. So I'm excited to have Artie join us in Lockhart next year. It's going to be a really good time. The kid's top notch.
So some exciting things happening. We're going to do a pre-race show during registration, and there's a couple of more announcements coming that we're not going to share tonight. We want people to be surprised, but there's a couple of cool things coming that have not been done with kart racing before, correct?
There is, and I'm lucky enough to be involved, or at least eavesdrop on a lot of those important discussions that LSGP brass is having right now. And there is a lot of exciting stuff in the works for not just this race, but future events that y'all are putting on. And but I tell you, I can't talk about how excited I am for 2015 in that race, because it's the funnest karting event I do all year. I'm lucky to the point now where I get to do a lot of events every year. I get to be on the road a lot. And man, Lockhart is a blast. Everything from landing in Austin Wednesday or Thursday to the Green Hall Thursday night with everybody to building that racetrack till 1 or 2 in the morning, Saturday morning, to being back Saturday and Sunday, man, through podiums. 2015 is going to be a blast, and I just tell you what, if you're not signed up already for that race, guys, you're missing out, honestly. And I don't say that because I'm the announcer. I don't say that because I'm getting to come out and watch the race for free. I don't say that for any other reason other than it's a great event. And, man, I feel bad for those of you that aren't going to be there.
Thanks, Tony. Look forward to seeing you.
Can't wait to be back.